Hey folks, it's another video, and this is from the Watchlist TYT, and this guy's crazy, folks. He's talking about slavery days, and the slaves weren't that bad. This is a preacher, I believe. It's a Texas preacher, goes on saying, "Oh, this is crazy." Texas preacher. And this is why, folks. This is why there's still racism and white supremacy in the world we live in. I mean white supremacy. I mean the system, not white people in general. The system. I have to say the system. White supremacy, which is against blacks, even poor whites, and other groups. Basically, black people, poor whites. When we talk about America, well, worldwide, but America, it's really prevalent. But that's a whole other discussion. But listen to his rant. This is crazy, unhinged, and this guy is a white racist preacher. And listen, from the Watchlist, which I like, it's one of the good shows on TYT. Which I can't get it. I wish I could see this more, but I subscribed to it recently. But anyways, watch the video, folks. Let's go start it over.
150 years ago, or 200 years ago, when the blacks were slaves, did they ever go to Washington, D.C. and have a rally 200 years ago to protest against slavery? Did they? No. What did they do?
How could they protest against slavery? Well, they don't know he doesn't know his history. He know there were like slave rights. I mean, there are rights, or slave revolts there back then. I mean, so they did, in a sense, riot. But he just refused to acknowledge that. Or he doesn't want to. They probably know he doesn't. He doesn't know. He doesn't acknowledge that. Completely unhinged. Huh.
Well, a lot of good people in the plantations would say, "Hey, it's wintertime. Let us help build a church for you, dear folks." And they loved them and taught them how to read so they can read the Bible. And here's what the blacks did about 150 years
crazy.
ago. They humbled themselves.
This is nuts. This guy is unhinged. He's a Looney Tune. See, he's a racist and he's a Looney Tune. Totally madness. I guess the white racism makes people like this really mad, I guess. Unhinged. I think they lose their mind, actually. It's kind of a curse. And just think about that. So much hatred like this, it's like a curse, maybe. You get so mad, so unhinged, and you became unstable person, unstable human being. So much rage and anger. It must be rage and anger. You just hate black people like that, or minorities. But here, basically, he's talking about black people, and specifically African. I guess Americans, specifically Americans. He's talking about black Americans, FBAs.
They prayed. They sought God's face and they turned from their wicked ways, and God.
Wicked ways? What wicked ways? Your wicked ways is you enslaving them. That's wicked. And that's against God. That's against God. Again, that's supposed to be against Christianity. I mean,
made slavery illegal.
There is so much in that clip waiting to respond to, but first I have to say this. Did you think that slaves needed to be humbled? That was a group of people that needed to be taken down a peg?
Here we go.
and Ravana put it. I like Ravana, one of my favorite hosts on TYT, and she put it right. She dropped the mic on that one, folks. Exactly. Anyways, folks, that's it for this stupid Is God racist? That's the name of the it's crazy. That's it for this stupidness, folks. I'm out.